Hello, hey everyone, it's me Lauren from Color the Kitty and Stampin' Up. Uh, I'm here to do the next phase of my Christmas madness. This is number 7. So if you've been following along, each week I've been throwing up a throwback Christmas video of older paper pumpkin kits. And we're making some good progress here, so I want to continue on. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Crinkle, crinkle. Alright, so here's the parts of the kit from way back when. Today, I'm going to look at making the 4th tag into a card. So I'm going to pull out what I need. And here's the stamps, which are pretty cool. So I'm going to make it a little bit more space for moi here. And see what we have for materials. So there's our instructions. And I'll just put it there. Actually, I need it closer. I'm trying to figure out what we need. Okay, because the back then instructions weren't as good as they are now. So let's crinkle, crinkle, pull all these out. I believe I will need this. Don't think I need those. Don't think I need that. Don't think I need that. Don't think I need that yet. Don't think I need a cardinal or two, which are stuck together. I think I need some snowflakes, because I think both of them are shown in this card. I don't think I need these, although they are what I need, but I already have one. Don't think I need that. Lemon trees. There's more snowflakes if I need them. I got some reindeer. Cool reindeer. Got more of those if I need them. Gotta love paper pumpkin. It's actually pretty. I'm looking at this one. It's pretty simple, actually. We will need a tag. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. This is actually a little more simpler. So I think, again, I'm going to use the crumb cake as my card base because I'm just obsessed with that color. So I'm going to take all these, slip it back into my packaging to kind of sort of keep it decent. Alright, I'm definitely going to need a paper cutter trimmer thing. So that's where we got this goodie here. I need my card base, which I've buried again because I am slightly chaotic when it comes to self-crafting. Alright, so I got one of this crumb cakes. I just love this color. I'm going to cut it in half. Hopefully I got space to do it here because I tend to craft very chaotically. So I've got here measured to 5.5, which is where I want to be. Snip. And I've got a piece for later. And I got a piece for today. Put that back to my storage. I did not grab my bone folder, which is unusual of me, but that's okay. Give that a fold. Just going to grab the block and just kind of use it as a bone folder, roughly, which kind of works. Alright. So it looks like there's a bit of stamping here with the Love and Joy stamp. We're going to do that now. Just going to grab my stamping block. Give that a decent rub because I don't know how often I've used that stamp. Not as often as I probably should. The ink for the month was Shaded Spruce back then, which this color is still available as a staple of Stampin' Up! Colors. Or at least that's my opinion anyway. Alright, and then just kind of eyeball it. Hope for the best. A little crooked, but that's okay. And I could have used the Stamparatus, but it's a little challenging when it's already a pre-die cut. So I'm like, I'll just roll with it as is. Gave that a quick clean, so it's ready to be put away. So I'm gonna start assembling so I can get an idea of how much space I may need for the card base. Yeah, and this ink is drying out, so hence why it doesn't look as great, but still pretty cool. Alright, so let's start assembling. So I'll pop this out. Then I'm going to need some adhesives, which are here somewhere. My goodie bag of adhesives. I think I'll just use some glue dots right now. And I have a tool that kind of helps. So first things first is start with the snowflakes. And just making room here. So even though this is a throwback kit, it's still nice to see even all these, even 3 years later, because this was 2019, that it's nice that they've continued with even the present day, having all these die cuts easy, relatively easy to punch out, and no need for scissors, no need for excess materials really. I do love the paper pumpkin kits, past and present. Alright. So I'm going to put some glue dots on this goodie here. More or less on each snowflake leaf. That way that'll hopefully stay down really nice. One can hope. And just pulling off the white caps on all of these so I can use them. And just flip it over and just gonna kind of off center it on purpose. And then the second one's gonna go on. But I think the second one, I'm gonna step it up a little bit with a dimensional, a mini dimensional. I should have some. Just bear with me a moment as I dig. Just that way, it kind of gives a really neat 3D effect. I wasn't thinking of using dimensionals, but I totally changed my mind. There we go. So it does give that 3D effect, which is really cool. Alright, next is the tag. I might pop down with dimensionals as well, actually. The Love and Joy tag. Just a little crooked, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll put dimensionals. I got the minis out here. We'll just use them. And if you have only the larger dimensionals, you can always cut them down to size that you want, which is a nice little trick from time to time. And then that's more or less where we're at now. I'm in the mood to add something to this as well to the card base. So I'm going to look at our stamps. I'm going to grab the snowflake stamp. I'm going to put a couple of snowflakes on here, even though stamping with it already pre-assembled is a bit of a challenge. But so can be done, just to give it a little bit of decorative. Just to give it a bit of something, which I felt it needed because I don't have the little sequins anymore. So the plan is for this to go on here, which I'm now questioning myself if this is going to look good or not. I'm not liking the colors. It's not doing me. So what would do me on this one? I'm having a momentary stuck moment. Let me put that card base aside. For some reason, I'm feeling very red on red right now. So I'm just going to check my red, and hopefully I don't run into too many technical difficulties here. So here is some red off the side. Let me see what I've got that I could potentially use. Okay, I've got a couple of scrap card bases I was mucking around with. So even though it's not the same red, I think that looks a lot better. Okay, so we're going to do that. So I'm just going to tuck those away. Those are some semi-scrap pieces. Let's get this card base cut in half. At least I've got that nice crumb cake for another day. Alright, so I've got a piece here. Just going to stick that excess second one away because I will definitely use it for another project. Alright, bring back my lighting. So I moved it off to the side so I can go find that red. So this is just red I have kicking around. It's not a Stampin' Up color in case you're mildly curious. But Stampin' Up has some wonderful colors. If you want to know what red this is, I can actually tell you. The instructions for Paper Pumpkin always says the coordinating colors. So in this case, it's real red is the coordinating color for that specific. And now that looks a little better. Okay, but we're not done yet. I'm going to clean that stamp because I think I don't need it right now, but I might come back to it very shortly. So I want to decorate the front to where I want to be, then I got to do the back. So I'm going to use the holly today for really changing it up. Gonna try to really ink it up as much as I can to maximize that ink pad. Like so. And then like so, just to kind of really decorate here. Like the as much as I can. There. So a really neat effect. Just inking it really nicely once, and how many generations of stamp offs I get out of it. Because I love doing this type of stamping. And even though this section is pretty much going to get covered, I am still going to stamp my way through. And by doing techniques like this, and I could always use other colors as well, I don't have to use this green. It's a way of creating my own designer series paper to go with.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Haha. Apparently my watch wants to talk to me.
That may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
Oh my goodness. So we're getting there. I gotta fill in that gap in just a moment, which we'll get there. Now I gotta do a little bit of stamp off the edge, like so. And then I gotta re-ink that and stamp off somewhere else. But I think I'm gonna uniquely go on the inside just to give a spot a decoration. There's my stamp off I needed anyway, so then I can finish down the side here. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I love that. So just going to clean that stamp. Put them away. Then we're going to stamp the back of the card as per usual. And then there's the Color the Kitty stamp. Nicely on there. And then just gonna grab the rest of what I need, which is half buried here. Bear with me one moment. Because I am a very disorganized crafter here. It's rare if I actually am organized. Like I got everything out, or almost everything. I just don't have it all organized. Alright, so I need my block. Actually, I like this block better. It's a little thicker. The paper pumpkin ones versus the kids collection are a little thicker. A little easier to work with. But I still keep both. Oops, I'm almost inking on there. I keep both on hand just in case I'm in the middle of a dual stamp or I'm back and forth between a couple stamps. I've got something to help along here. Then the Stampin' Up name, and then we can assemble this project. Just trying to put that ink away. Then we're also going to need a piece of white cardstock for the insert inside, which I need to find where I put that recently. I had a piece recently. I gotta figure out where I put it. Alright, so next up, just gonna shift a few items around, close it up. That way, see now, there we go. I know it's a little bit red on red. But still pretty cool. Alright, so with my Stampin' Seal Plus, just put a bit of adhesive on there. I'm still going to pop out that little hole anyway, for the heck of it. And then there's a really unique looking holiday card. And then let's see if I got a white piece of cardstock. I'm a little low on my demo cardstock that I use a lot of. But I do have a piece here. I am in need of making an order. Because I go through a lot of regular white cardstock, so I tend to have a stockpile of non-Stampin' Up! Because it's just of how much I use, so, and it turns into just easy to use all the time. Alright, so I've got a piece that's been cut down before, so I'm just going to cut it a little more down to 5 1/4 by 4. If you're ever in the market for a new paper cutter, this one is awesome. Alright, and then I can use this as an insert. We get that cute little corner design. Just making sure I got nothing on either side. Then this just gets glued on. That way I've got something inside to write a message for someone. And there is an interesting way to kind of do up a card that was originally a tag, because this is a tag kit, on just as a way of, only thing I really had to bring in was the cardstock, but otherwise, there we go. So that will complete what we've had going on for this kit so far, although I'm still going to do something with it. Let me find the other ones I've done as I pull through a whole bunch of. So we've done this, done that, and there we go. So next week, when I come back to do more with this kit, my intention will be just the ink and the stamps and some cardstock. So that shall be interesting. Alrighty. And yeah, this is cutesy. Love stuff like this. I actually really like how this has turned out better than where it was going. So there we go. Alright everybody, thank you again for watching, and feel free to help out with hashtag replay, and as well as to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. There's so many ways to support me and what I do. That way I can be back here more often to give you more content. And with that, I'm going to say bye for now. I'll be back later today with the live stream coloring video. And if you prefer to watch over on YouTube, I am on YouTube. Alright everybody, bye for now.